guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tony Fergie. I want to take the time out to thank all my subscribers. The old ones, the new ones, the ones that just keeps coming back because you love what you hear and what you're seeing. If you're not subscribed, why aren't you? Now today, guys, I'm doing something a little different. Yes, different. And it's going to be, it shouldn't even be controversial. Number one, it should not. Because something like this needs to be taken seriously. Now, for one, I notice even for years, I've been a clinician for almost 20 years. Yeah. And even during my nursing school, I was never taught to look out for certain things. You are trained and you are taught in your mind to look out for signs of women that comes to the hospital or the clinic that are being abused. Women and children that look like they are being trafficked. Like, these are things that you're taught. People don't realize it, but you're taught to look for these things. Now, some of the signs that tell you to look for, when a woman comes to the doctor and she has her husband or her boyfriend with her, the signs that you have to look for, and of course, the men, we ask the men to step out of the room, so on and so forth. And all these wonderful things. You'll find books and videos, and you will have shelters, for all the abused women and everything of that nature. And I remember when I was on the radio on Wednesday nights in New York, big up to Ricky Genius. When I was on the radio on Wednesday night, I was Lady Maxine, the sex therapist. And of course, it was a rude awakening for me when the calls we were getting was majority of men. Yes, men. Now, how come we never stop to discuss or to talk about the men that are being abused? How come we never got trained in how to look for the men that are being abused? How come we are not taught to just identify the signs that men are being abused? Very too little times we see men, they're either quiet or they're too outspoken or something. What are those signs? How come we don't talk about men that are facing emotional issues? And if you ask them if they're okay, one of the biggest lies they would tell you is that I'm fine or I'm okay. That's not okay for me. Because when you meet a man that just got out of an abused relationship, or a man that was in a abused relationship, he doesn't even just for a little bit accept the kindness that you give to them, because they're not used to it. Vice versa. Now, a lot of times, men that sleeps around a lot, you don't know what happened to them in the past. You don't know what type of abuse they went through. You don't know what they have faced. Because men are taught to be strong, don't complain, be a provider, don't do A, B, C, and D, stay strong. But they're still human beings. Their emotions are still counted for. I want to ask the women something. Women out there that are abusing men physically and emotionally. The physical ones, do you really think if that man turns around with his male strength and retaliate, do you really think you can handle it? The man allows you to do what you're doing to him. But because he does not want to end up in prison, he does not want to end up anywhere else, he chooses not to hit back. For the women that are abusing these men emotionally and psychologically, I'm not sure who did this to you. I am not sure where you were taught this. But that bitterness that you have inside of you that you're using to do whatever it is that you're doing, shame on you. The manipulation. I watched a story the other day of a young man that was 17 years old. His girlfriend was also 17 years old. She manipulated him so bad that she convinced him to end both his parents because she wanted to be with him. This poor kid had no idea. So here you are raising your child, your male child, to become a man, and then he meet up on the wrong woman. Ladies, I'm not talking about the women that are being abused. That's not what we're here for. Because we always discuss that. We're talking about the male that are being abused by female. So don't come at me and saying, and also male are being abused by male too now. Don't get this twisted. Because there are some male that are, that are being abused by other male. So here we are in a situation now that they can't show their emotions. They can't say to them, I am being hurt. What about that story of that man that was raped by 4 women? Oh, everyone says, oh, you should be happy. You were raped by 4 women. But if it was a woman that was raped by 4 men, it wouldn't have been okay. So then why was it okay for the male to be raped by 4 women? And then, of course, when you go to report it, how do you report you being a male? How do you report that you were raped by a woman? Some men might say, oh, that's beautiful. You're raped. No, it's not. It's not okay on either side. Another big thing that I see, especially in the Jamaican community. Yes, I'm going to speak for the Jamaican community. A child is a child, no matter how you look at it. But I realize that when a little girl, if she is raped, and we're going to say raped because she's 13, 10, 11, raped by a male, a man, it's no good. But when a little boy, the same 13 now, is raped by a woman, a female, the male in the community will say, yeah, my boy that him knock that down. No, it's not. How would you feel if your 13-year-old son came home with HIV? How would you feel if your 13-year-old son came home with herpes? Guys, there's so much happening that we don't know about. And there's certain roads I don't want to go down. Because being a charge nurse in the Bronx opened me to a lot of things that was evil and wicked that our community does not speak on. How do we not address these things? How come we don't talk about it more? But yet, these damaged men are the same men that feel safer by themselves. They don't want to be in a relationship because they can't trust women. A man that's being talked down to. You're nothing. You would never be nothing. Who are you? I mean, seriously. So, on behalf of all the strong women, I'm not going to say strong black woman, because the color of your skin does not identify who you are. But speaking on all women, strong women, that has mothered a son or even a daughter and have breastfed our men to become men. How about we try to stand together and be there for our brothers? And when I say brother, I don't mean the color of your skin. I mean our men. Because they're all going through it. How can we stand together and be support of all men that are being abused? Let's do this thing together. Here are some signs that you guys need to look for when it comes to an abusive wife, girlfriend, woman, whatever it is. If you are in a healthy relationship. You're doing everything you possibly can. But she sparks up arguments for no apparent reason, just to create a fight. The way she speaks to you, don't look at it and say, oh, this is tough love. Look for those little signs. Don't think for 1 second that she's not trying you to see how far she can go. Little things. Saying abusive words, calling you out of your name, and then apologizes real quick. Not doing certain things. If you're living together, one of the quickest signs is putting you out. Calling the police on you. Guys, be wiser in your decisions that you make. I know we always say, oh, be strong. But there's always a kryptonite for each man, no matter who they are. And after that kryptonite experience, they don't know where to go from there. But to all our men here on earth, take time out to heal yourselves. Don't be afraid to let somebody know, I'm not emotionally ready for any relationship. Don't jump from one female to the next because you're trying to get it out. Because a lot of times we see female jumping from one relationship to the next because she doesn't trust men. But we're quick to say she's a hoe, but you don't know what she's been through. She's afraid of commitment because of the person that she was committed to. She got hurt. Now it's the same thing. People are making it seem like it's not okay for men to feel some type of way. They are also two emotional beings. Don't think for 1 second that women are the only one that were created to be nurturers. Because a single father still have to nurture his daughter, still have to nurture his son, but at the same time still have to be a male figure in their lives. One of the things we don't discuss either is how afraid men are. And I'm talking about all male. We want them to be brave. We want them to be strong. We want them to be all these wonderful things. But we don't realize how scared they truly are, especially when it comes to losing someone they truly love. You can tell when a man is overprotective versus abusive. There's a difference. So, men, all you men that are out there that running from back and fro, wherever, looking for happiness, looking for joy, looking for peace, there's still some good women out there. But don't forget too, they too are afraid. Men, I don't even want to go down the road of the males, child, that were raped by other males. I don't even want to go down that road because that too is an issue. And they're being told to be quiet. The family, don't bring disgrace to the family. So they leave that on you as a male because of your experience with a grown man that should know better. Or even a male that was raped by another male who's considered himself a gangster. And this male that got raped was a child, 12, 13 years old. But because of fear, they would not even tell their parents. All because dad is so homophobic, you can't go home and tell dad you were raped by another male. But we're not even going to go down that road because that road is going to leave us in a rabbit hole. But male, no matter what you guys have been through, no matter what you guys have gone through, just know that Tony loves and appreciates you guys, no matter who you are. Take time to heal. Do things alone. Don't be afraid to say you're not ready to do anything. You're not ready to be responsible for anything you don't want to be responsible for. Don't let nobody force you into anything because they feel like your timeline and you're getting too old. No, No one determines when your timeline is. Guys, let's be supporting each other, support of each other, and support with each other. Take the time out to heal yourselves. And every now and again, look for someone else that needs healing, that you yourself can heal. And to all abused men out there, no matter what walks of life you're from, no matter who you are, just know that you have my support and every other strong woman out there. Take the time out to heal yourselves. Guys, I just want to say thank you guys for listening to this. Thank you guys. I hope this changes and encourages you to be a better you, to look out for others, to be supportive of others. Have an awesome, wonderful, magnificent day, and know Tony loves and appreciates you.